In 480 BC, for 2 days, the Spartans won. Xerxes, king of Persia, sent his best troops. They were called the Immortals, 10,000 elite soldiers who had never known defeat. They wore golden armor and covered their faces. The Immortals charged the narrow hot gates again and again, and again and again, the Spartans killed them in hundreds. The bodies piled up at the feet of the bronze wall. Xerxes watched from his golden throne on the hillside. He was furious. He could not believe it. How could 300 men stop an empire that stretched from India to Egypt? He ordered his soldiers to whip the men forward. Still, they broke against the Spartan shields. On the third morning, everything changed. A Greek man named Ephialtes walked into the Persian camp. He was from the region of Melis. He was bent and twisted, and the Spartans had rejected him from their army.
Because of it. Now, he wanted gold. He wanted revenge. He told Xerxes about a secret mountain path, a hidden trail that went around the hot gates, through the forest, and came out behind the Spartan lines. A traitor. That very night, 10,000 of Xerxes' best archers and immortals began to climb. They moved in silence under the moon. By sunrise, the Spartans would be surrounded. There would be enemies in front and enemies behind. A Spartan runner brought the news to King Leonidas. The path was taken. There was no way out. Leonidas did not panic. He called his captains together. He made a choice that would be remembered for 2,500 years.
He sent almost all the other Greeks away. The Thespians, the Thebans, the Phocians. Go, he told them. Leave now. Tell the world what happened here. Tell Greece how we died. But 700 Thespians refused to leave. They said, if you stay, we stay. A few others stayed too. In total, less than 1,100 men would remain. They would not run. They would fight. At dawn, Leonidas gave a strange order. He told his men to put down their shields, to leave the safety of the narrow pass, to march forward. They were not going to defend anymore. They were going to attack. The Spartans broke into a run. They fought like men who were already dead. They killed until their spears snapped in half. Then they drew their short swords. When the swords broke, they used their hands, their teeth. The ground turned to mud with Persian blood. Even 2 of Xerxes' own brothers died that morning, cut down by Spartan blades. Xerxes could not risk more of his best men in that chaos, so he stopped the charge. He gave a new order. One word. Archers. Thousands of Persian bowmen stepped forward. They raised their bows as one. The sky went dark. Then they released. Tens of thousands of arrows fell like rain. They struck shields. They struck armor. They struck flesh. One by one, the Spartans fell. Leonidas was the first. He died in the front line, fighting on his knees, his sword still in his hand. When the arrows stopped, the Persians moved in. They found the bodies. In rage and fear, they cut off Leonidas's head and placed it on a wooden spike for all to see. They believed they had won. They believed the story was over. They were wrong. Because 2 months later, the Greek fleet crushed Xerxes at the Battle of Salamis. His army was broken at Plataea. The Persian Empire never recovered from the fear the Spartans put in them. 300 men did not stop an invasion. But they showed the world one truth that never dies. You do not need to win the battle to win the war of memory.
You only need to choose to stand. This is the story of Thermopylae.